way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Michigan State's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin them deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Owls offense will take the field for the first time. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy on the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
Couldn't make the play on 1st down. They'll try it again, 2nd and 10 from the 27. From the gun, the ground game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Kennesaw State right back to work. They're getting this guy lathered up. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. No huddle offense to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45, on his way. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Michigan State.
Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. They'll put the tight end in motion. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here's the return from inside his 10. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Spartans. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff.
Michigan State, 7. Kennesaw State, 3.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Obliterates him, still on the move. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Man, this guy just has a lot of skills when he's toting the rock, doesn't he? He's got speed, but he's also physical. Kind of reminds you of great Michigan State running backs, guys like Le'Veon Bell or T.J. Duckett. They could run guys over, but once they got in the second level, they could take it the distance. This guy has skills.
Touchdown, Sparty! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Michigan State, number 6.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Kennesaw State right back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Smashes through. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I like a nice quick decision by your quarterback. See what the defense is doing, and again, know where that yellow line is. Go get to it and get the first down.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Sullivan. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. On the option. He'll toss it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Spartans will bring the punt. Hey, fakes it. He's going to throw it. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They move the tight end all over. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
14, Kennesaw State, 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man on the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Spartans in the hurry up. Looking to throw at Sullivan. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. He's going to take off. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. the option look. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
First down for the offense.
On the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Spartans look to keep this drive humming. To the air, it's Sullivan. He's got his man. And they'll knock him down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires on the move. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Now on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on him, and they got a big stop.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
Forced out of the pocket. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback extends the play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan State. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first and get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Kennesaw State right back to work. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
He's got it near midfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Sullivan. Dances away to buy time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by a field goal over Tulane. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. The inside handoff. He's there to make the stop. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Spartan! The defense takes matters into their own hands. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6.
31, Kennesaw State, 13.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker to protect their...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you'd like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gonna take a shot. And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback adapting. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
38, Kennesaw State, 13.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Makes the grab on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. From the gun, running back on the move. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Kennesaw State right back to work. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows.
It's a fumble. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Speeding down the left side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan State. The defense with the scoop and score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dumps it off in the flats. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Gets away from one, finds some space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Kennesaw State.
He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They'll leave it with him. Sweet feet on the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. Scanning the field, it's Sullivan. The throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. All wideouts, no backs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Spartan. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return.
Kennesaw State, 13.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Kennesaw. And it'd be easy to say these 2 offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Here's the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to pass. It's Sullivan. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty. And the pummeling has started.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth.
They'll go to the ground.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On second down, wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Give to the running back. Oh, what a cut! And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Skips away from pressure. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. On the option. The pitch. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here comes the option. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come.
Sends it downfield. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Smashes through the tackle. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over. And talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made...
Oh, look out! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. He's going to pass. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. And you've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. It is good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Now the toss. Across the 45. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Michigan State. And the route is on. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan State, 66. Kennesaw State, 24.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They're going to ride this running back. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. The 20. Touch. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give from the gun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The run from the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the option. He'll pitch it. Running with power. Touchdown, Spartans! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Marshall was anything but dominant, but the Thundering Herd are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Cup. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gonna let it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking for room. It's Sanders. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
To the ground with the back. Sweet feet on the move. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well, and they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. The option look. Now the toss. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here on third down for this offense. On the option. Now the pitch. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad.